Hello, Kim.
Hi, Danny. Good to
How are
see
you?
you.
Good to see
Good.
you.
Yeah. It's been a little while, so it's so great. We get to have this opportunity to share some knowledge about something that we may not know.
I love the way that you put it. We're going to share knowledge about things that we may not know about. Which is, I mean, it's really fun because there's certain things that you cannot prove that you believe. And this is one of those things,
Yeah.
Lemuria.
Yeah, Lemuria.
I mean,
Right.
how do you prove it?
Well, I do think they have found statues, giant statues.
Giant
Um,
statue.
yeah,
Easter
giant.
Island.
Yes. I mean, I'm not sure how tall they are, but they're pretty big. And
Yeah.
so,
And where did they discover those?
I think it might be Easter Island. I think
I'm
it
sorry?
is. Yes, I believe it's at Easter Island, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure how
Now,
tall they were.
right. And to me, and when I tap into that, I'm going, well, because I'm in the mode of, well, how do we know that's true? I mean, it could be ETs, it could be statues of ETs, it could be
Mm.
galactic beings, which is all part of Lemuria too.
Right.
So, but the thing for me in even questioning all of this, if it makes you feel good and positive, then I'm going to believe it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. And you know what I like about Lemurian? Or sometimes people call it Mu, and it's in the
Mm.
Pacific, right? The big continent
Yes.
that supposedly sunk in the Pacific between what, 80 to 10,000 years BC is what I think I've read. Okay.
Okay.
And it's supposedly, so it came before Atlantis. And
Mm.
some people claim that it was like where humans started. Now I know other people
Right.
hear about Africa. I mean, you hear different things, but from what I understand, and I've had some dreams about it even, amazingly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do feel there were giant people. And what are giants? Are those ETs or what? We don't know. But giant
Right.
people and smaller people, regular size, like us size.
Like us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like us. But then there was also muy grande.
Do you think the Lemurian society had a basketball team?
Well, no, they were very good at fishing, though.
Yes. Okay. Um, the, the thing when you're talking about the tall beings and the normal like us beings, do you think how does it resonate with you when you think about them? It would be a galactic being and a humanoid, and then they would mate and reproduce.
Oh, maybe. So I don't know about that. I don't
Mm.
know.
And then we get a new, because if they're star seeds, and as I believe that we are all star seeds,
Yeah.
so that would be, and you're saying talking about the start of, I don't know, humanity or whatever, because I think too that it's part of, I think it's part of the biblical land of Eden, the
Oh,
perfect place. And I think of Hawaii,
yeah.
and I go, you look at
Yeah.
Hawaii, and I just go, this is a perfect place.
Uh-huh.
Unless you fall into the volcano, and then it may not be so
Yeah.
perfect. But
Right.
it just, I go there, and I don't go there nearly enough, but it just feels perfect.
When you said Hawaii, my whole body chilled. So there's definitely a connection to Hawaii and
Yeah,
Lemuria.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Ooh. Now, what I saw when I had I guess it's a vision or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
women were very dominant. I mean, it was a matriarchal
Yes.
society.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh. And then I felt like the men were more a little bit like either the fishermen or the builders or some, it was more like that. But it
Right.
was a loving. I felt like, oh my gosh, everything was harmonious and loving and beautiful,
Yeah.
amazingly beautiful.
Yeah.
And the harmony of the people, the community. And it's not like today where you think about men and women and sex and I don't know, it's all not really that healthy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it felt very healthy and normal and natural there. I don't know
Yes.
why I focused in on that aspect, but that's what I focused in when I had my vision with it.
Right.
Uh, and I felt like I was a woman there and near the water. I saw the water and I remember seeing like the sunset and it just was beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. When I tap into that energy, I mean, I feel that same thing where it's a matriarchal society.
Hmm.
However, it is super balanced. So it's not like today's time where the male is domineering and dominant. There is none of that there. It's
Right.
such a balance.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I get is grandmother. Um, she is extremely well. I'm trying to find the words. Well regarded in the society, um, and in the raising of the kids. And I'm trying to tap into grandfather, and I don't really get a sense of that yet. Maybe I need to play in that um, energy a little bit more, but it's more of grandmother, mother, and then the males. Um, maybe they're just worker bees.
Kind of. That's kind of what I felt a little bit, but not terrible. But when you said grandfather, I went directly to the stars. And I
Mm,
thought, oh, the Pleiadian stars,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
star system, right? The Pleiadian star grandfathers, perhaps. I don't
Right.
know. Well,
Oh my
we don't
gosh.
know how
So
long
are
they
the
lived.
so are the seven sisters grandfathers?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's where my mind just took me.
Yeah. Wow. So we have this duality down here where we're trying to figure out, um, you
Yeah.
know, right, wrong, left, right, up, down. And then, so when you said the Palladians with the seven sisters, and I mentioned the grandfathers, it's like, you know, you can have maybe a grandfather who is part of the seven sisters. And so it's not like, that the sexes kind of blend a little bit, and it doesn't matter.
Right. Right. It doesn't matter.
We have to get our minds away from what we think we should know, or what we think we know from what was written in the books.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of writings on Lemuria.
Hmm.
I've got a couple of books on the Lemurians, and one of them is the history of the Hopi from Lemuria, which I thought
Oh,
was really fascinating.
yeah.
That the Hopi have this connection with it, and that history was transferred via grandmother
Mm.
down,
Yeah.
from grandmother to granddaughter, grandson, down the line.
Wow.
And it was all verbal. So there's
Yeah.
nothing really written. And then when we go into our meditations, our journey space, then we get to rediscover what Lemuria is. And we
Right.
find that it's similar with so many different people.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And it
Right.
confirms what we're getting in our mind's eye.
Yes. And I'm wondering, since if it is where humans started, well, we think of fish, right, in the beginning of time, sort of, right? Water creatures, but also mermaids, mermen, mer children. And I'm not positive, of course, this is speculation, that mermaids also were at that time. And normal to see the mermaids, right?
Yeah,
Or so, I don't know, it's part of the community.
yeah. And it's um, even, and just playing in that water sphere, in that awareness, in Mount Shasta, in the city of Telos, where there are reportedly, one of the things that I read or watched was, they originally had this underground city in the mountain of Mount Shasta for 100,000 or 10,000 Lemurians, and now it's millions.
Well, you wonder where they fit?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Danny, you've heard of these starships. They're outside, might be 35 feet, and you go inside and it's more like
Oh yeah.
1,000 feet
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
No, no.
maybe it's like that.
Yeah. And in my awareness, it is like that.
Okay.
Exactly like that. So, we just, in our imaginations and in our reality, we put structure in things. And so, if we can let go of that and open up, then who knows? And getting back to something like that, with when we think of those positive thoughts of Lemuria,
Yeah.
then we create that again on this sphere in our awareness.
Yes. Perhaps, Danny, who knows? If that was supposed to be the most sophisticated, most harmonious time on Earth in humans, for the humans, or humanoids, or giants, or mermaids,
Yeah.
then if we might be going back there in that time,
Yeah.
maybe this is that shift. We're going up the hill, up, or this hard time, up. And hopefully we're going to get to the top and it'll be easy. Once again,
Or we'll
maybe,
just fall off the edge.
maybe that's fine too.
Yeah.
But I like the idea that the new multiple dimensions, right?
Mhm.
And how do we get to know that place? You know,
Yeah.
Because if all dimensions are now, and if we can open our awareness to different dimensions that are happening within our own space here in time, that we have to just move our awareness over, then we can find out a little bit and have our own experience about
Hmm.
what was my life like in Lemuria, or what was that world like?
Yeah. Yeah. And how do we bring some of that knowledge back into this world
Yeah.
to bring about, if it was really the Garden of Eden, how do we bring some of that back here into
Yeah.
this awareness?
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. This is what we need, Danny.
Yeah.
And the more people that are exposed to this, the more we can bring it, I
Sure.
think.
Sure.
And again, and I know you mentioned Mount Shasta because, supposedly I love the idea that it went from 550 or whatever to a million. I think it's great. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. That's wonderful. But we can move there too, check out the modern day Lemurian culture, even through the same type of moving our awareness.
Yeah.
So I love that idea. Maybe sometimes we can use a crystal even. Maybe as a human, I need a flashlight to see
Sure.
my way through that door, to open up, to go through the tunnels or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and then they say, with the Lemurian quartz crystals with the ridges on that
Yes, I've got one.
there are
Oh
oh
yeah. I
yeah.
don't know that you can see it.
Yeah, I see.
A little. Nah.
Let me see. I got one here. Let me see if I can shine the the lab.
Oh. Oh yeah, yeah. Yours shows up better. Nice.
I'm not really sure if you can see the light.
I can.
Bridges here.
Yeah, but it goes this way too.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit right there. But there's levels of knowledge, and levels isn't maybe quite the right word, but there's knowledge in the crystals for different things, I guess.
Right, right, right.
And so there was a lot of, they stored their knowledge in crystals, and then they put them in the ground for us to use. And also their communication was telepathic. So when we get into, I need to do that more. So when we get into that space of that dimensional space, we don't need to talk. We just need to open up our awareness to that.
Yeah, yeah. We are headed that way. But it's exciting to think that that we can journey this way and explore. So fascinating.
Yeah. And it's such a calm and peaceful place. The thing that I've been made aware of is the duality between Lemuria and Atlantis. Okay. And so Atlantis, and I have not really dug into Atlantis as much as I have Lemuria.
Yeah.
But from what I hear and understand, is that Atlantis started going off on a path that is very similar to where we are today.
Right.
They're using technology for the wrong thing. They're using their weapons to dominate instead of to, I don't know what else you would use weapons for.
I know, exactly. I don't think they had weapons on Lemuria, do you?
To heal or to I don't know. I don't feel that at all.
I know, me too. Same.
So, but then they both, they had this little war. Lemuria stayed peaceful, and Atlantis, I don't know, didn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's that, and there is something in there that we can learn for today from how the Lemurians dealt with that.
Yeah.
And that's just digging into our own journey with that, I think. How does the Lemurian energy help us with our crazy world today?
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. Otherwise it's just, information.
Yeah.
If we can't use it and improve where we are,
Right.
then that's what we need.
Yeah. And certainly, I mean, have you heard of an Atlantean civilization anywhere?
No. You mean modern day, you mean?
Yeah, like being in Shasta or Hawaii or I haven't either. And is it because I haven't really looked into it, or I'm just aware of the other side?
Yeah. Well,
and I look at the Hopi Rock, the Prophecy Rock, where there's two different paths.
Yes.
And maybe I'm just not aware of that other side.
Oh, maybe that's who we are.
Hopi Rock?
No. The Atlanteans. Modern day Atlanteans versus the Lemurians in Mount Shasta.
Oh.
Maybe.
Maybe. That will be a thing to explore. I love it.
Huh. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's exciting. No, it's interesting, and I love this, and I think I know on Saturday we're going to do a journey,
Yes.
a guided journey for folks to just have some fun with this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. And it'll be it'll I think, so you and I are both going to lead a short little journey on this.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see where, if people can get some information that can help their situation here on Earth,
Yeah.
on in this time reality as they're experiencing it, or if they
Yeah.
just stay in the healing place of Lemuria,
Yeah.
because there's so much healing going on. It's such. Anyway.
Yeah. And I wonder too, because we're talking about this time right now is a pretty important time on Earth. We could be destroyed, or we could continue on.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this is a little bit off the topic, but I wonder if the Lemurians are involved in this with helping us, perhaps, maybe. But that's something else we could look at.
Mm-hmm.
And also, what about the ETs, other ETs that we know are around? They're all over the place, of course.
Yes.
And if they're helping us also to overcome our Atlantean tendency to destroy ourselves.
Ah. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and certainly I don't know if it's hope, but I feel like that's true. I feel like, we're on this Earth experiment rock. And if, I mean, I'm always aware of the interconnectedness of everything on the, it started out on the planet, but it goes so far beyond that how can they not? I mean, what would happen to the web, the universal web of creation,
Yeah.
if we destroyed this part of
Right.
this strand? I
Yeah,
mean,
that's a
would
great
things just start
experiment.
falling? Yeah.
It's a great experiment for sure. No, I don't think they're ready to give it up or let it go. I think it would affect so many different things.
Yeah. I do too.
It would be like how we protect species who are going extinct. I feel like it would be like that. Like, oh no, we need to protect, the tree frogs or whatever. Let's protect the humans, and
Yes.
because they might be going extinct, and we need that DNA or whatever, that information or whatever. They've got the code. They've got some codes in those crystals. They've got codes in
Yeah.
there that we
Yeah.
need.
There's a in my awareness recently, the last week or two, I've been getting a lot of information regarding eagle and condor. Both of them were on the edge of extinction because, that little chemical compound called DDT. And now we have Roundup, which is probably way worse. But we brought them back by stopping. Well, what we did is we threw the DDT in the Pacific Ocean, and now it's leaking out in there. But we won't get into that. Sometimes we just don't think.
We just can't get it right.
Let's put some steel containers full of poison in salt water. See what happens. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh wow.
And that's not even the half of it, because some of the containers didn't sink.
Oh wow.
I know. So what did they do? Well, they shot at them,
No.
put holes in them, and then they sunk.
Oh wow.
I know. That goes down the rabbit hole. But we stopped using DDT. The eagles, and I believe the condor, their eggs then became harder so that they could reproduce better. That's just one aspect of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been getting a lot of that energy. And so when you said, maybe, we're going to save ourselves from extinction.
With the help, with help. Now, I don't think we can, I think we need a little help from our
Yeah,
grandfathers and grandmothers of the stars. And maybe it is the Pleiades, right? The
yeah,
mother, father, grandfathers, grandmothers of the Pleiades,
yeah.
perhaps.
Well, certainly the eagle and condor couldn't do it without us like
Yeah.
intervening in our backwards way.
Yes.
Hopefully they will intervene in a more
I know.
forward way.
I know, I know, I know, I think so. I think this is, I think, no, I keep hearing this and keep,
Yeah,
even though we as a human don't see it so much,
yeah,
but we, again, I feel, well, maybe I didn't say that this time, but I've said it many times. If we stay in that light of the heart, the more we do that, and the more, and this is why going to Lemuria, we bring that light into us, and
yes,
then it's automatic. We don't have to try.
yeah.
It just
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
out.
Ooh, automatic. It's
Yeah.
automatic. We don't have to do, once we go there and then we come back, we don't have to do anything. It's automatic.
Yeah,
That gave
it
me
is.
chills.
Yeah, yeah. It's just opening our heart, really, which is our awareness,
Yeah.
our heart awareness, our heart eyes,
Yeah.
our heart mind.
Even my phone is dinging and agreeing with you.
Yeah, I know. It's so nice. It's so fun. And I'm looking forward. And then, yeah. And then, in June, I'm just going to put a plug here because remember, we are working in Shasta in June of 2025. Danny,
We
Shay.
we are.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Is that exciting? Yes. And
I'm really looking forward to it. That's going to
we'll
be
be
great.
hand in hand. We'll be hand in hand with the Lemurians at the coffee shop, down at the mountain, hand in hand,
Yeah.
Saint Germain, or everybody. The family will be reunited.
Woohoo! Yes. I am very excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we'll put links to the Facebook page down below.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Very good.
what dates are those, Kim?
26, 27, 28, I believe. It's a Thursday, the last Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Yeah,
with optional on Wednesday.
yeah.
Okay, which means just meeting at the mountain. Very casual. Very cash,
Very cash.
Very cash. Yeah. No nice shoes. You have to wear either rain boots or sneakers.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what the weather
Yeah.
provides us, because
Yeah.
the last time we did it, well, the first time it was just four of us. It was hot and we got to be on the base of the mountain. When we did it 2 years ago, lots of snow on the mountain, and even snowed on us.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
so this year, well, the weather pattern has definitely shifted again. So we'll see where that comes.
Yeah. I predict, beautiful weather.
Thank you for that prediction. Whatever the weather will be is going to be awesome up there. Yeah. And you're
Yeah.
doing it a couple of days later, a week
Yeah.
later than
A week later.
we
Yeah.
did before. So I think it's going to could be really hot.
Could be. I know it changes quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
It'll be great though. Yes.
So Saturday, we're sending out an email, and if anybody is interested, you can send us an email, and we will send you a Zoom link for some mini journeys. It'll probably be, the whole thing will probably last about an hour, we're thinking. So like 2 half-hour journeys to Lemuria.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Yes.
Yes.
9 Pacific.
Yes, I've been telling people about it, and I'll send out emails too.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Danny. This has been fun. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
Kim, thank you. Thank you. I'm excited. I'm excited to go back to Lemuria.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to charge my crystals and make sure I can see where I'm going.
Yeah, right? All right, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Appreciate you all. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you. Thank
See
you,
you
Danny. Thank you.
soon.
Thank you. Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.